fulfilled 3 wishes. I am finished here.
Last time, on Dragon Ball Super, Moro ended up gaining the upper hand on the Grand Supreme Kai as he kept absorbing more and more energy, making it too hard for the Grand Supreme Kai to compete against. Daikaio then threatened Moro with the sealing technique, and Moro responds, "Do your worst," since he could no longer sense the same god powers he once had. Merus ends up helping the Grand Supreme Kai and forcing Moro back to planet Namek, where Goku and Vegeta waited in anticipation, telling Moro they are about to destroy him once and for all. Moro, who seems to have planned out this final battle accordingly, laughs, knowing that they forgot a very important piece of information, the third wish. So, what's up guys, Emilio back again, and after reading the Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 49, I came up with another exciting theory on what the third wish could be, as it makes more and more sense the more I think about it. So, let's get started.
This is it, Vegeta! Come on, let's go!
Moro's third wish has been a plot thread looming over our heads as the story arc for Dragon Ball Super continues. Moro, who seems to have planned out this final battle against Goku, Vegeta, and Daikaioshin, seems to be aware that Goku and Vegeta are still holding back a lot of their power from the match before, and even with that power, his third wish will help him win. So, what could it be? Well, in the last video I made, I talked about how Moro may have wished to either restore all life, planets, and stars from time immemorial, since he could then absorb them and become even more powerful. And I also talked about the possibility of Moro bringing back an old ally or a demon that he worships to help him win in a fight against Goku and Vegeta. The other theory I talked about was the logical idea of Moro wishing to be immune to Daikaioshin's magic sealing ability. Well, that idea appears to be somewhat unlikely now, since earlier in the chapter when the Grand Supreme Kai threatened to steal away Moro's magic, we learned that Daikaio could no longer possess that power. And Moro is now confident that no being in the universe possesses the power to seal his magic away now, which would imply that the Grand Supreme Kai, to Moro's knowledge, is the only one that can seal him away, so his wish is more than likely something else. Well, whatever Moro wished for seems to be immediate and something he can now use against Goku, Vegeta, and Daikaioshin. While it's true that Moro may not be strong enough to defeat either Goku or Vegeta at full power Super Saiyan Blue, I started thinking, what sort of wish could give him so much confidence and help him win in the fight? Well, I could only think of one way Moro could win with his current state of power, and if he does not have enough time to absorb Goku and Vegeta's energy, is for his wish to protect him from another weakness he has, which is the possibility that he could age and die if another 10 million years were to go by. And technically, aging in the long run could be considered nearly everyone's weakness or their eventual fear, but for Moro, it would be one of his greatest fears if he one day managed to absorb all life, planets, and stars, and then had nothing left in the universe to absorb. I'm sure Moro thought about this before he was close to death when he was in the Galactic Patrol prison, and Moro is a genius and does think ahead of time, which is another reason why I believe this theory will make a lot of sense. We also know for a fact that Moro's magic keeps him alive and that he is forced to absorb energy and life in order to live longer. When we found out in the manga Chapter 44, when he escaped the Galactic Patrol prison with just about an ounce of magic left before his life expired, we discovered that weakness. So what type of wish could help Moro defeat Goku and Vegeta and prevent him from ever dying? Well, it makes sense to me that he asked the dragon, Porunga, if it would be possible to grant him immortality. Now I know this wish may sound boring to some, but since quite a few villains in the history of Dragon Ball have wanted to wish for immortality, such as Vegeta when he was evil,
Dragon, grant me immortality!
along with Frieza and Zamasu, it makes sense for that to also be Moro's desire, since he would not have to worry or constantly eat planets and stars to stay alive as long as another 10 million years goes by. Moro is also confident that the Grand Supreme Kai is the only one that could seal his magic away, and with his powers gone, the only other thing Moro could fear is his own death. Now the only problem, or I should say big problem with this theory, is that it sort of opens up a can of worms where we had it seem nearly impossible for Goku and Vegeta to find a way to stop Merge Zamasu, or Astral Zamasu. Where now, we would have a villain that can not only absorb all life like Galactus from the Marvel Comics, but who is also immortal. And I can see a lot of people having a problem with this, but at the same time, this wish fills the last thing Moro needs other than having to be immune to Daikaioshin's magic sealing ability. And this idea is also a fun little kind of exercise of the mind to come up with solutions on how to defeat Moro if he actually wished for immortality. Because frankly, from what we know now, Moro is still technically not that big of a threat, considering he is only slightly stronger than Daikaioshin and at the same time cannot absorb his energy. And yes, Moro did defeat him, but now with Goku and Vegeta's help, Moro does not stand a chance against 3, especially if they are at full power, unless if he wished for immortality or something else that would give him an edge. So in my opinion, I actually think this theory makes the most logical sense and would make things very interesting but complicated at the same time, since Moro would not only have crazy magic abilities, but would also be immortal. Even if Goku and Vegeta are 10 times stronger at full strength, an immortal Moro would still be able to absorb enough energy around him to catch up, as he could keep regenerating from critical blows. We have also seen in the past how great of a pain Zamasu was when he could constantly regenerate and not be killed, even though he was not that strong to begin with. So to continue the exercise of the mind on how an immortal Moro could be defeated, I wanted to ask you all the following questions. Do you think Goku would be afraid to ask Zeno for help, considering how Zeno already erased future Trunks' timeline, or would Goku be able to use the evil containment wave on Moro? I personally feel that Moro would be too smart to fall for that trick, or that Goku would also do something stupid again, where he forgot the magic seal of whatever device they wanted to use the Mifube technique for. Also, could Goku ask Whis for the special urn he has to seal away dangerous beings? Or will Beerus finally step in to Hakai Moro, or will Goku, like in the last manga, use Hakai and finally get the job done? Or could Goku and Vegeta use the Super Dragon Balls to undo Moro's wish, or will Daikaioshin teach Goku and Vegeta the magic sealing ability to at least help them stop his magic? But I would of course like to know what you guys think, or if you have any other ideas on how they could defeat an immortal Moro, and if you think this theory is plausible. Of course, it's possible Toyotaro still doesn't know what Moro's wish is yet, or that he already came up with something none of us are expecting. As I always say, anything can happen in Super, so let me know what you think in the comment section below. And as always, I hope y'all have an awesome day, and I'll catch you next time. Peace!